Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make one beautiful sparkly pendant. I have already made the bezel and we'll put the link down below for you to find it easily. This wasn't the color of the rhinestone I was using in that tutorial. This is another one. And this is in it looks white, but it's not. It's actually opal pink color. It's something like this. This is the type of the pendant we're gonna make. It's very sparkly. I was making this bezel in that tutorial about how to bezel 14mm Rivoli rhinestone. So this is the product, and I have it in a purple color. Actually, it's a lavender violet. Yeah. This is what we're gonna use for this pendant. For the bezel, you're gonna need 7 4mm bicones. Then we have 7 5mm pearls. Then we have, you can use 4mm also. Then we have 3mm bicones. I will use pearls this time. They are 3mm. And 7 pieces of this horseeye or navette. This one is pink, but on my camera it shows white. Yeah, so 7 pieces. I still haven't made anything with this type of the rhinestone. Actually I have, but not the tutorial. So this is the first time that I'm using it in my videos. So far I was only using a teardrop shape. And this is the size 10, 5 to 10. So you're gonna need 7 pieces, of course, in the settings. So the rest of the materials, these are 11/0s, these are 9/0s, you can use 8/0s, and these are 12/0s. You can use 11/0s also. I'm just using this size because of the color, but it's totally doable with 11/0s. As you can see, the difference between these two beads are so small. I'm gonna just put, you see, next to each other, so it's not much of a difference. Look. So it's totally doable with the 11/0s. This is a champagne color. Okay, so I have exited in my tutorial from this second bead here, and to continue with this project you will have to go through this bead and exit through this 9/0 or 8/0 from the crown. Okay, so this is where I am right now. I'm right here between the bicones. My crystals are foggy because my fingers are warm and I'm in a cold room, so it's foggy. Okay, so let's make our first step. I'm gonna pick 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 12/0 seed beads, and from this 9/0 I'm gonna skip the bicone and we'll go to this another 10/0 and 9/0 like this. Okay, you can pop this center bead, just pull it a little bit. It needs to be a little bit pointier, okay? Like this. Pinch it. Okay, so repeat this step all the way around and make this little crown here, okay? And exit here through this bead. All right, so this is how our work should look now. I have exited from this 9/0 seed bead. But I have to position my thread right here. So I will have to go through all these beads and exit through this second bead. Okay, so I'm just gonna go down, 3 beads down, right? Like this. Then I'm going through this 1 bead here from the bottom of my bezel, and then I am climbing 2 beads up right here. This is where I am right now. So my pearls need to be positioned here between these bicones, and that's why I'm gonna put my 9/0 seed beads below this petal. Okay, so I'm going down through this second bead. I have picked only 1 bead, only 1 9/0. You can do this with the 8/0. And then I'm going directly up through this second bead. Okay, I'm picking 1 9/0. So I'm going down through this second bead. Then I'm climbing directly up. Okay, so you see my beads are under this petal. Okay, you can do this all by yourself, and when you put your last bead here, just go up and exit through this first 9/0 or 8/0 that we've just put. Okay, all right, as you can see, I have exited through this 9/0 seed bead, and now I'm gonna put my pearls. And because we were putting these beads below our arches, our pearl will be set between these 2 bicones. Okay, so I'm picking 1 11/0, 1 pearl, and 1 11/0. This step is really easy. And I'm going through this 9/0 bead that we just put here. Okay, just like this. This step is easy, and you can do that all by yourself. Just pick 1 11/0, 1 pearl, then 1 11/0, and go through these beads that we've just put all the way around. All right, so this is how our work looks now. I have added my last pearl, and I've exited through this 9/0 bead, and I have to go through this 11/0 and through the pearl. Now it's time to add our horse eyes or Navette. So I'm picking 1, 11, 1 Navette. You have to pick it like this, and 1, 11, okay. And from this pearl, I'm just going directly through this pearl. Okay, this step is easy. This step is easy, and you can do this all by yourself all the way around. Okay, 1, 11, 1 Navette, and 1, 11, all the way around. Okay, until we get here. So this is how our work looks now. So I have added my last Navette, then I went through this pearl, through this 11, and exited here through this hole from the other Navette. Now I'm gonna pick 1 gold bead and 2 champagne, and we'll go through this top bead of our decoration. You will have to be careful with all this because you see the settings are always catching the thread. Okay, like this. Then I'm picking 2 light beads and 1 gold, and I'm going through this hole again like this. Now I have to repeat this step all the way around. So from this place, I'm just gonna go down through all these beads to exit through the Navette. Oh, look what I have caught. Nice. And through the Navette. Okay, so I have to repeat this step. 1 golden, 2 champagne, then going through this center bead from our bezel, top part. Okay, then picking 2 beads again and 1 gold, and going down through this lower hole of our Navette. Like this. Okay, so as I said, you will have to repeat this step all the way around. Okay, it's easy. Just repeat this step all the way around. All right, so I have added my last decoration in this lower part, and now it's time to add our 3mm. Okay, so I have exited here through this lower part of the Navette, and I will climb up through this golden bead. I just need to exit through this golden bead like this. All right, and I'm gonna pick 1 light, 1 pearl, and 1 light bead, And we'll go through this next golden bead and exit from the lower part of the navette. And through this golden bead right here. This step is so easy. All right. So you can do this all by yourself all the way around. I was using 3mm pearls, but you can use Bicones as well, 3mm. Okay, repeat this step all the way around. All right, so this is how our work looks now. I have exited here from this lower part of the rhinestone. Then I will have to go through these beads to exit from this pearl that we've just added. Just go up and exit through the pearl like this. So from this pearl, I'm gonna climb up, but before I do that, I will pick 3 light beads and we'll go through this upper part of the rhinestone. This step is very easy. Then I'm gonna pick 3 beads again. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going down through this pearl. Okay. So I'm in the same spot from where I have started this circle. Okay, repeat this step all the way around. All right, so this is how our work looks now. Now we are done with all these easy parts. And now you're gonna have to pay a little bit more attention to this. So I have added my last 3 beads and I went out through this pearl. Now I'm gonna go through these beads, but only through the 2. Okay. Come on. All right. So from this place, I'm gonna pick just 1 bead. And now I have to catch this claw. I'm not sure that I will be able to go with my needle through this. Oh yeah, nice. Okay, if you haven't managed to do this, or didn't, you can just make that with your hands, just catch the claw. Then I will pick 3 beads and I have to go through this other claw. Let me see, maybe I will be able to go through this. If not, I will, oh, I did it. Do it manually in some other way, like this. Okay, don't pull too tight, okay? If it opened, you can just press down with your fingers to close the gap. Okay, so from this place I'm gonna pick only 1 and I'm going through the second bead. Come on. Oh God, it's so hard to find the hole. All right, through the pearl. Just be careful. All right, don't push too hard because you can cut your thread. And I'm using 0.20 fishing thread, but you will see that in this tutorial about how to bezel this rhinestone. So from the pearl, I'm climbing 2 beads up. So I have shown you how to catch the claw with the needle, and now I will show you how to cut it with your fingers if you cannot push the needle through this. Okay, just gonna pull this down. Okay, this is how I'm doing it. I'm holding my bead, then I'm just, you see, I just pull the thread down and caught my claw. And then we are picking 3 beads, and I will do that manually so that you can see how I'm catching it. Holding it with my hands, and I did this, and now I have to carefully pull this down so that I'm not cutting my thread like this. Okay, and then I'm picking 1 bead, going through the second, and we are doing the same thing again. Yeah, and I'm picking all this again. Oh. Yeah, this is what happens when you make a mess. All right, guys, so you have seen how I have done it. This is the reason why this is the hardest part, because this can happen. And I have to fix all this. Okay, and you will have to repeat this step all the way around, and watch your thread. Okay, and I will meet you when we are done with all this. I just have to catch this part here too. Okay, just repeat this step all the way around, and you choose your method, which one is easier for you, and watch your thread. All right, so I have fixed my problem, and I added these beads all around and have exited through this pearl. Now we have to fill these gaps. So I will have to go through these 3 beads right here. Just be careful so that you don't pull out your thread. Okay, I have to do this very carefully because I fear that this part is with a bead with small hole and it might break. Oh, right. Succeed. Okay, slowly, slowly, slowly. Okay, and this path will stabilize all this, and it will be impossible to this to jump out from this claw. So I'm picking 1 bead and I'm closing this gap, and I'm sealing my thread inside of this claw. Okay, I have exited only through this bead. So I'm skipping this center bead and I'm going directly through this next one next to my claw, but carefully so that you don't pull that out. Okay, like this. This is where I am right now, and I'm picking 1 bead and just going through this first bead, but be careful. These paths are so dangerous. All right. This is what I wanted. I have covered the sharp parts of this Navettes, made peaks, covered my hole, and fixed my thread inside of these claws. So from this place, I'm gonna pick 2 light beads, 1 golden bead, and 2 light beads. And from this place, I'm going directly through this bead. Okay, like this. Now, all right, I'm repeating all these steps. Adding 1 bead here, going through this and this pearl, skipping this one, adding 1 bead here and going out through this first bead, then I'm adding my 5 beads. All right, this step is okay. It's not so hard, you just have to be careful with it. All right, and this is our last step, and the next thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna add our loop. All right, so repeat this step all the way around until you reach this place. Okay, so this is our last step. I've left it deliberately because I wanted to show you in case you're not sure where to exit. So I have picked my last 5 beads, exited through this after I have added this one to cover my gap, and then you can see that this bead here is the one that covers the gap, so this is the bead we have to go through. Okay, just that one. Be careful, like this. Look, it's perfect. So from this part, I'm just gonna climb up to exit through this center bead right here. And this is the place where I'm going to add my loop through this bead right here. I'm just gonna pick 5 beads. You can pick 6 or 7. I just like small loops. And I'm going through this, oops, not peak again, like this. You see? Okay guys, so I'm gonna go through all these beads again, and then I will go down through these beads and start adding my knots. Just be careful because the passages are really tight now. Okay, work slowly and patiently, and be careful and try not to break your needle or your thread. Just go slowly, patiently. It will be enough to add 1 knot here, then go through these beads. If you can't go up, you can go down through the rhinestone to exit here and climb up to add your second knot here. Then just go a little bit further, exit here somewhere, and you can cut your thread, and that will be it. Okay, I'm gonna finish it and will show you how it looks with the clasp. All right guys, so as you can see, I have finished my pendant. To be honest, I haven't had any troubles when I went through all these beads. So I did it, I went like this, and I have added my knot here, here, and here, and that's enough. Too bad that you cannot see the real color of this pendant. It's a light pink, and these rhinestones are very sparkly. I will make a short video in the daylight if I see the sun these days, because it's been raining for days, and that's why I'm working under this artificial light, and my colors are not as they should be. So this is this pink version, and I have in this one like in golden yellow, and in this violet. They are so gorgeous, and they are not so hard to make. You just have to pay a little bit more attention, and that's all. This is the back side. This is the front side. So I will make a short video clips and we'll put that in my Instagram, so you'll be able to see the true colors of these pendants. If you are interested in my work, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm not only putting my video creations there, but also other works, my previous works, and you can see a lot more there than just here. It's under the same name, just Beading Monster, and you'll find it. And I will put the link one day when I remember to do that here on YouTube, so it should be easier to find me. All right, guys, so this is it. I hope you like it and that you will come again. And thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching and see you. Ciao.